Hey, everybody. How's it going tonight? Poppity pop, pop, pop. What's up, Lightning Phil? How you doing? So, Lightning Phil, are you ready for the 4th of July, or what are you still looking for? Oh, man, that's any pyro. We're always looking for more. You know that, brother. Sometimes we have to stop ourselves, though. I'm going to place one more order for the year, and then I'm going to slack off until next year. Although people in the business keep telling me I should stock up because of next year and the prices and the tariffs and everything, so I don't know. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Oh, excellent, man. I hope things are going well for you, Falling Bomb. Everything's good. Hey, UFO, how you doing, brother? Pyro Brent, how you doing? Stock up, do it, I dare you. I think it's too late, brother, but I could always use more. But, that's a Pyro thing. We got a problem with more. Yeah, I feel that. I haven't done anything all day, to be honest, but I'm feeling better now. I think I'll be able to get some stuff done tomorrow. This flu's been kicking my butt, but I'm starting to feel more like myself now. I get too hot though, I still go into one of them damn coughing fits. Haven't really had one stick with like this for a while now, but now it's over, screw it. So what about you, Paladin? Are you a firework guy, or do you get together any kind of 4th of July stuff, or? Hey, always appreciate it, Mason. I always appreciate it. Anytime you can drop in and say hello, man. It's always good to hear from you guys. Hey, we're a pretty tight knit community, man. That's a good thing. I've actually been told by other people that we're envious of how us pyros interact with each other without drama most of the time, anyway. I guess it's because most pyros are such like minded people. I swear, in my study of the pyros that I know and the pyros that I've met here, there's so many similarities that there must be something in a person's makeup that just makes them attracted to this sort of thing or not. Actually, Paladin, I've done that. I have some carbide right now for my carbide cannon. You can also put that in a balloon and get a nice, carbide acetylene reaction there, a little bit of water, get a nice pop out of it. But the danger level and stuff like that, I'd done a similar video once, but I didn't do any more because I was afraid somebody might set themselves on fire or something. You always got to be careful what information you share, you know? You don't want anybody getting hurt. Yeah. I think I'm going to go to the flea market in the morning and try to sell some of my old junk and declutter. And right now I'm saving up for a Father's Day trip to the park with my daughter. We're going to take one of her friends with us again. That way she's got somebody to hang out with inside the park. A little girl's a senior now. It's hard to believe. Yeah, a very long bow, I'd say. Uh, it's like making tulip bombs. Y'all done that, I'm sure. Chemical reaction kind of thing. Or you can take an MRE and take the self heater and take it apart and drop it in a pop bottle full of water, put the lid back on it, and wait for the pressure to build, and some bitch will sound like a bomb. I think one of my favorite was back before they made cigarettes fire safe. You know, they'd pretty much burn all the way down. My buddy's underneath his old truck working on it. I put a 500 string in the back bed of the truck with a cigarette, lit with the fuse wrapped around it right before it got to the filter. Talked to him for a little bit, that I got way, way away. He knows, I'm 200 yards away, can't do nothing to him or anything like that. When the firecrackers went off, that was a buddy shit. It was perfect. You know what I'm talking about, Fallon. And you can take the household chemicals and stuff like that and do all kinds of interesting things with that. I think I picked up most of that from the old Anarchy cookbook back in the day. I have that around here somewhere. It has some useful information. I was always interested in that kind of thing. I've got a couple books on Vietnamese trap making and stuff like that for jungle warfare and shit like that. I like to have knowledge just in case shit ever hits the fan. Plus, I've found as I've gotten older, I've been able to retain information better than I could in my youth. And I always thought it was the other way around, but for some reason, I seem to be able to retain stuff a lot better now. I guess I'm not out chasing women as much. Some 1 inch. So it's time to go out there and start dropping some 3 inch out there on them. Show them what a firework looks like, right? Or launch you a little silver top out that way. Tell you what, I was letting off some of these blue tip rockets the other night. These sons of bitches, for their size, are loud as hell. Really nice snowball generator. Do, looking at my front door. Bow, 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 bow. Yes, I do. And they are very, very, very freaking good too. Shit. Yeah, well, that would be bad, but no, man. The cases that I got, the silver and the blue, they weren't hitters. They're not bad rockets, but they're not hitters. But I didn't really expect them to be for the price that I paid for them. I mean, the silver tops were like $52 for a case, and then the blue tip rockets that I got, I think were like 70, but there's like 36 packs or something in that, so they weren't that expensive. So I wasn't really expecting them to be hitters, but they sure look like them with no brand and everything. It was worth a shot. Still not bad rockets though. Had to go more the Pyro Wolf direction for the good rockets. Or some, decent rockets. Hell, there's always something better. You guys know how that works. You pull out a 3 inch, somebody pull out a 6, pull out a 6, somebody pull out a 12. It's like a damn arms race. I wanted more hitters for this year, but I'm not going to worry about it anymore. I think, a few dozen added into my show would be enough to be cool. I'd like to have more, but who don't, right? I just get tired of trying to track stuff like that down. Oh, those Vader rockets are sweet, bro. I'd like to get some of those just to put on the wall, actually. I want to get some of them Vader rockets to put on the wall. I want to get a pack of them Metallica rockets to put up on the wall. Just, I'd like to get two of each so I can actually try them too, but I want to get them for more of wall hangers than anything. I actually bought a bunch of thumbtacks just for that purpose so I could hang some of these rockets up on the wall and get them out of my way. Won't be long, man. I'll be disassembling a lot of my pyro cave and hauling it to the shoot site to light it on fire. That's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, I know. It's hard to find them for a good price, but I might just pay the bad price just to get one pack to put on the wall if I have to. You know how that goes. My eBay account is strong. Is that a phantom I see sitting there? What you talking about? Oh, you talking about the drone? Nah, it's a Cheerson X20. I like the little tail lights on it. Haven't assembled it yet. I just took it out of the box to look at. Haven't even charged the battery. I might get into it after a while. I'm kind of frustrated with that game right now. Yep, I fly Cheerson X20s. I have two of them. I have one I fly, and then I have the new one here standby. And then I fly two XK380 detects. I fly two of those as well, mostly, for my large GPS drones. And then I got everything in between. Yeah, that one's open source software and stuff like that. I can actually program it to go from waypoint to waypoint autonomously without using the remote control. So it's actually a drone instead of a quadricopter since it can fly itself, which is cool. I can fly it from my computer laptops. Wow. It all depends, Jameson. I mean, there's so many price levels and everything, but if you've never flown a drone before, I wouldn't put that much money into one before you get good, to be a skilled pilot. You don't want to go out there and crash $1,200 drone. My suggestion would be to start cheap, learn how to fly. Get a Syma X5C with a camera on it. It's got a nice little camera for under $30. It'll give you the basics of flight, everything like that, and just move your way up in price as your skill level increases, is what I'd do. Because it hurts to crash something that costs several $100s. Actually, I have two available right now, a JJRC with the Wi-Fi video camera. And the cool thing about it that, makes it a little bit better than the other cheaper drones is you can move the camera on it in a 360 around. If you look in my videos and stuff, you'll see a video of the X5C when I was learning how to fly back in the old days, and you'll get an idea of the video quality. But for a $30 drone, you can't expect a hell of a lot. But it's still not bad. It's respectable. Cool. When you move up, then you can get some of these GPS drones and stuff like that, and they more or less fly themselves unless something goes wrong. But sometimes you will have to go to manual, and if you do not have those oh shit skills, as I'm saying, then you get expensive quick. They are, but I'd end up shooting down the drones, or my buddies would end up shooting down the drones because I know the jackasses would aim for them if I put one up there. My XK380s have a 40-minute flight time, so they can hold. I can set them in a position in the sky, set down the remote control, go in the house, use the restroom, get a snack, come out. It's still sitting in the exact same place that I left the drone, where it's just the GPS holds it there, even in the wind. Very steady. It's just not that fast of a flyer. But if you want something that's steady and reliable and stuff, the camera, a camera bird, XK380 Detect is one of the best out there in the cheap price range. But they quit making those, so I think the price on them is actually going up now because they were such a good drone. Well, there's a most important thing I could tell a person about flying the drone is you have to be very zen about it. You have to be relaxed. You have to be cool headed. If you panic, you will crash. It's all about keeping your head. It really is. No, I don't think I have silver top. I'd like to put a spotlight on one of my drones. I have a flashlight on one of mine that I use for forest flying at night and stuff, which is really challenging. Have you ever tried to fly through a forest at night? It's hard. Hey, Haunted Tricks, how you doing? Haunted Trucking, sorry. I missed all that for a second. I have a Cyclone drone here that I got off of eBay from the UK. I got a really good deal on it. I looked it up and it goes for over $100 or £100, so like $28 or something US. I got it for like $30. I'm like, hell yeah. What you want to look for on eBay for drones and stuff like that is people that mislabel their ad, so a lot of people doesn't see it, and then you can swoop in and get it cheap. It doesn't happen every day, but if you keep your eye out, you can find some interesting stuff that way. It comes naturally to me because I can't spell anyway, so never could. Okay, I'll answer it if I can on here. Hey, Night Shame, how's it going, man? Nice Shame. Yeah, I'm feeling better. I've gotten over the flu a little bit, and I feel better now than I have in the last couple of weeks, actually. So that's good. Thanks for asking, by the way. How you been? Everything been smooth since you got your channel back online and everything? You guys don't know Night Shame. He's a gamer. He plays a lot of marathon streams with Minecraft, Smash Brothers. Sometimes he even does charities and stuff for things like cancer. So he's a pretty cool dude. If you guys are into any of that, you should check him out sometime. A Berserk fan, good God, I haven't even, if that's the game I'm thinking about, I haven't heard of that in a long time. Hey, Tennessee Pyro, how you doing, bro? How much force is required to set off tannerite depends on how finely ground the tannerite actually is. If you get it off the shelf, it's not ground very fine at all, and it takes probably 30 or better to set it off, I would say. You can do 7.62 by 39. I know we'll ignite it, but you need a high-powered rifle. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing it because your danger level goes up, but if you grind the tannerite down finer, then it will go off a lot easier. That's how some of them 22 reactive targets and stuff work. It's the same combination, it's just more finely ground. Now, keeping in mind, you would have to have two separate grinders that cannot come in contact with each other to do this, because if you try using the same one, it could explode from residue. So you wouldn't want to do that. So I didn't tell you about that, but you know what I'm saying? But if you want to go fine enough, you could make it react to a firecracker or dropping it. So, you know, the danger level there would be very high. So don't try home. Yeah. Well, if it's like baby powder, then it's probably go off pretty easy. Then don't mix it up until you're ready. I know the aluminum should be smooth like baby powder, but the ammonium nitrate part of the mix is usually the larger particles. That's what you want to find down. Yeah. If it's ground fine enough and it's mixed, and yeah, it could. The finer you make it, the more reactive it becomes. But somebody like Pyro Al or somebody like that would be able to give you better detail. He's into making his own stuff. He knows a lot more about it than I do. Yeah, anything, dude, if it's in a mix. But I think it's more of a kinetic energy kind of thing. But even static is delivering energy into a charge. You don't want either one. I would take the same precautions with it as I would anything else, like flash powder or whatever. You can't be safe enough. Honestly, you just should never mix it unless you're ready to set it off. I appreciate it, Knight. I really do. I think most people forget to hit the like button in here. That or they just don't like me very much. Only 3 people hit it. That's sad, guys. But it don't hurt my feelings though. Yeah, I've been playing Days Gone. Have you played that one yet, Nightshame? It seems to be a pretty cool game, but I swear I'm getting tired of the whole quest back and forth genre of games, and building reputation with different factions and stuff like every other game. It's just like I want to play something different. I don't know if I know my stuff or not, man. I know a little bit. I'm not going to say I'm any kind of expert by any means, but I've just been messing with fireworks for a long time. That's all I'll say. Yeah, let's not talk about that. I don't need the FBI or anything in here. So explosive talk online is something that's best not done, really. Exactly. Don't want people up my butt thinking I'm some kind of whack job. I appreciate it, Paladin. I do. You can't be too careful these days. You really can't. And I just use my fireworks for peaceful purposes. So no crazy here. Not yet, anyway. Of course, if I ever had to go dark side, it wouldn't be hard. But I'd only do that in self defense situations. Like if we were in a, you know, fighting for your life or country kind of situation. Or in protection of another. Man's got to be careful. I worked in a prison long enough to know it only takes one bad decision to screw up your entire life, gentlemen. I don't know, Silvertop. I'm trying to withdraw myself from the politics and the news and everything else, but if you ask me what was shaping up in the world right now, I'd be like, yo, I've read a lot of cheap books that had a storyline that went almost identical to what's happening now in the world, and it didn't end very well. Seems like a lot of nations worldwide are really going into another 21st century arms race, and I don't understand the driving factor behind this. Well, thank you, man, but I'm in the mountains here in West Virginia, so I've got about 100 acres of my own. That if it ever happens, I'll be fine. Life will be hard, but we'll be all right. That and being in West Virginia, we carry enough ammo to stock a small militia. Yeah, it's beautiful here, right down in the river valley and everything. It really is. Only problem about living in places like this is just finding job incomes and stuff like that. But now that the internet's available, it's helped a person quite a bit. Before that, it was go in a coal mine or not. New River Gorge? Oh, yeah. That's a hell of a place to go rafting, man. Dangerous, too. People jump off that bridge and parachute down to the bottom. That's crazy. There you go. You have Have you conquered your oxygen generation problem there? What kind of rocket power are you going to use? Because you know the prop's really going to be good to about, I don't know, how many, 10,000 feet maybe? Flows backward. Yo, I think it's like the second river in the world, only one of two rivers in the world that do. They used to say it was one of the oldest rivers in the world too, but that was just a myth that become fact. That was never true. I live in the New River Valley here on the convergence where the New River hits the Greenbrier. Went to jail. Oh well, at least you done it, man. They can't take that away from you. I personally wouldn't do that shit, but alright. I like roller coasters, but I don't like bungee jumps. Any gold. Excuse me. Wow. Lightheaded on that one. I love roller coasters and going to amusement parks and stuff like that. I've rode all kinds of world class coasters and stuff all over the place. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's just now that I have health issues and stuff like that, I can't do it like I want to. But I still enjoy it. I'll get out there and I might only ride a couple of things in an entire day though. But I still enjoy being there, especially with my daughter. I've come to peace with my limitations finally. Finding gold. Shit. No. Even though the first gold rush started here on the East Coast, West Virginia's minerals were just not quite suited for it. Most rocks around here are of the sedimentary variety. A lot of shale, a lot of limestone, not a lot of the hard, deeper earth metamorphic rocks. Well, a lot of metamorphic rocks, not a lot of sedimentary, or a lot of sedimentary, a lot of metamorphic, not a lot of endomorphic rocks. That's the ones we're lacking, yeah. Endomorphic. Ah, garnet is easier to find, like if you're walking on a beach with a UV light, like a black light. It'll show up a whole lot better if your person's looking for it. Garnet and gold, heavier minerals, I guess. Yep. So, Jonathan, it's going to start about 11 o'clock that day and it'll go all day, probably till about 12:30, 12 o'clock at night, maybe. I usually come home with my hair and eyeballs full of black powder. My eyes are like three shots. So, bloodshot as hell. I got pulled over. They think I either been smoking weed or partying or something. But I'm like, no, it's just all the black powder that's in my eyeballs. I had the cop ask me out one time before it. I showed him the black powder that was still trapped in my hair, and he's like, "Oh, okay." I'm like, "You put a little bit in this your put a little bit of this black powder in your eyes, and they'll look just like mine." Of course, I was stoned as hell, but yeah, I got away with it. Hey, what's up, Michael? Man, that was a really impressive OG fireworks stash you got there, dude. I like all them ball shells, man. Pretty nice. Hey, Skip B, what's happening, man? I hope everybody's good tonight. We're just talking about getting ready for the big day, the 4th of July. All right, man. You have a good one, dude. Thanks for stopping in to visit and chat with us a little bit. Get some rest, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it too, man. I just I gotta pace myself this year, man. Last year I tried to do too much, tried to push myself too far. All I ended up doing was getting really tired, hurt, and pissed off. So I'm gonna try to keep it simpler this year. Not try to do a lot of stuff. It just everything from the weather to my sound system and everything last year was just not working out. So this year I'm leaving the sound system, the big speakers, all that other stuff, all the theatrical parts of the show. I'm just going to cut that out and it's just going to be straight up fireworks. I like to do like a mock air raid kind of thing. But no. Oh, it's warm in this room. What's up, Matt and Carissa? How you guys doing? That's always good, man. A little sunshine helps an attitude quite a bit. I know all that rain and gloom don't. It gets old after a while for sure. What's up, KV? How you doing, man? You got everything ready for the 4th of July, KV? Everybody started their building, started putting stuff together yet? The time is upon us, gentlemen. If you haven't gotten busy, it's time to get there. And yeah, I'm talking to myself. I've got a lot of racks and a lot of boards to do put. Just have to go and get some adhesive. I don't have any liquid nails actually. I thought I had about 3 or 4 containers of it, but I don't. I might. Why? Yeah, it will. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do, a lot of boards to make, but luckily, I guess where I tore down that garage last year, I've got enough scrap lumber to be able to build whatever I want as far as boards and racks goes. I just have to put it together. I need to go get some fasteners and some screws and some whatnot, but it don't take a lot of time to bust out some racks. I think I got 200, 200 and some fiberglass tubes to find a home for. I want to build some angular racks and stuff like that to hit different parts of the sky so I'm not putting up so much sky puke in the same place. It just gets lost on itself too much in one spot. I'm going to try to spread mine out more this year. That's one of my goals. And I'm going to use my high powered laser and stuff like that to bore sight the tubes. That way I'll know on the angles and stuff like that exactly where they're going to hit. Yeah, man, just your regular canister shell racks and stuff. Yeah, I want to spread my stuff out because I'm putting way too much up in a small area of the sky. That's why I went and I've obtained all the different speeds fuses this year. For the last several years, the fuse situation got crazy there a few years back, and you couldn't find fuse anywhere. And the only fuse that I had was some really, really slow Visco. And then the next year after that, I could find fuse again, but I didn't get off my ass and order in time. So then the only thing I have was a case of fast Visco fuse, and it's pretty fast. But this year I managed to get all the middle speed and everything in between, so I can fuse up whatever speed and effect that I want now, which is nice. And I have plenty of igniters and such. Yeah, well, it's time out your fuse a little bit so they're not interfering with each other. But what I like to do is, in an angle, have like a Nishiki shell go to the left and to the right because they break lower anyway. And then in the center, have a couple like jawbreaker 5-inch shells that go straight up to fill the center. Now that looks pretty cool, in my opinion. That way you have your main explosion in the middle, and then it's flanked on both sides by the Nishiki Willow, and that's pretty sweet. Sound like somebody on a motor scooter out there. Oh.
Do you need me to do a store run before everything closes, or? Okay.
All right.
What do you want? Food?
Sorry about that. My daughter just got home from her play. She's playing Wendy on the Peter Pan play that she's doing for drama. She's a pretty good artist too. She actually designed the program and stuff for the play. I'm proud of her. She painted me this. If you know anime, then you know who that character is. That's pretty good for a painting. I think so, anyway. She's my only little girl, so I have to be proud of her, Yep, my little girl is a senior now herself. I get colleges every other day in the mailbox wanting her to attend the schools and stuff, which is great because of her grades and stuff. I've always pushed her. She had to keep her grades up, and fortunately, she is smart enough to listen. It definitely goes quick. Booyah. Everybody go to sleep. Wake up, people. Man, it's hot in here. I think I'm going to cut this stream short, guys, and get off here real quick. Well, hold on a minute. Give me a second. Alright. I'm good. Smokes. Wow.
Food?
Where you going?
McDonald's is the one that's open. Other Kroger.
Yeah, take one Big Mac.
I don't think they're still on sale. But
Alright,
you can.
crap burger it is.
Okay. I mean, I can get you one, but.
No, they're not working. Sorry, store lister. Hot dog shells? No, but they're probably good because most of the good stuff this year is dog related, where it's year of the dog and all. Wow, that's a good price. Not bad at all. Are they good shells? I was looking at some Supernova shells and they were pretty. They were the cheapest on the catalog I was looking at for a case. I don't think there was in the Shiki shells, but just the regular Supernova shells. I'm gonna place an order with Pyro Dudes and stuff, but the shipping's not too expensive on my order. I sent it out to him yesterday. I'm waiting till Monday to get a quote. Ah, yeah, it's coming along, isn't it, UFO? You just be careful and don't get yourself killed, man. See, the funny part there on the Pyro Dudes, their catalog that they sent me or whatever, it was actually the cheapest that they had was the Supernova cans, as far as canister shells go. You pay more for it all being the same. What do you mean, Jameson? Yeah, Raccoon is a good brand this year. Being new, they're kind of coming out with a good power level, I do believe, to try to get known in the industry. Oh no, 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 man. Buying it by the case, even if it is the same effect, is the only way to go, brother. Because I get a case for what I used to be paying for one. So you can't not beat that. All right, Ballad. Thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate it, bro. Be careful in there. Happy building, man. Oh, okay. I get what you're talking about. Yeah. Like the Pro Series and stuff where it's just one shell of a certain type. Yeah, I got you there. Yeah, but if you're going Pro Series, then you're pro level, hopefully, or at least your buying will be. The case I was looking at Supernovas was 424. I've got the spreadsheet pretty much memorized. Hell, I could probably do inventory for Pyro Dudes if I wanted to. For some reason, I have the ability to remember firework cases, prices, all that shit pretty well. I'm not going to say 100%, but pretty well. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Supernova, McShells, Pyro Dudes got them. I've seen anyway. The 424. I think he's got the type of supernovas too that come in the poly bag supernovas. Is how they was packaged, and I think still are to a degree. That's probably the ones you're talking about, the poly bag ones. But apparently they changed it up to a 424 case configuration, or at least that's the way it's labeled on the spreadsheet anyway. I've not ordered any, so I can't say 100%. My order consists of some smoke dragons, some, a case of smoke dragons. I've been wanting a daytime effect for that 8 to 9 o'clock time slot right before my show starts, where it's right at dusk, but still enough light to see the smoke dragons, which would be cool. So I got a case of those, a case of the Dancing with Ghosts Window Fountain, a case of Snow Cone 500-gram fountains, window as well. Shit, what else did I get? Oh, God, that's hard to remember. I don't know. I got about 7 or 8 cases worth of stuff. Got the bags, yeah. Yeah, Bright Star, window, good stuff. Excellent stuff. Let's see, where is that? No. I was wondering, can you send a text message to a cell phone through a computer? I think you can. I don't remember how. They might. Good Lord, there's so many different types of fireworks and different companies and different configurations. It's crazy. That's one of the cool things about it. You never know what you'll find. I call it Pyro Pokemon. That's what it feels like. You got to catch them all. Trying to find the good stuff is like playing Pyro Pokemon. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm down to 6 boxes of Nishiki shells. I might need to get another case of those. I shouldn't have been letting off so many. I've been lit half the case. Damn, that's bad. And I've lit a whole case of the Black Dragon artillery shells so far. Cheap, little filler shells. I don't know. More up, just re-upping some of my smaller stuff because I'm still pretty good on 200 and 500-gram cakes. Just getting a lot of the other in-between kind of things, I'm good on rockets now for sure. I've got a shit ton of those. Tons of boomer, firecracker, ground booms, stuff like that. I'm good. I could use more air booms. I need some of those, but I've done got too aggravated to look for them anymore. If you know what I mean there. And got a few big 1-1 cakes. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to. And then I have a whole wall of NOABs here that's just friggin' awesome. That's gonna be the body of it, with a lot of 200 grams and a lot of zippers, cakes, and stuff like that mixed in. It should be badass. I'm hoping for it anyway. And let's see if I can swirl it around and get this wall over here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. See, the 200 grams continue along this wall as well. Elevate. Yep, just goofing off. That's part of my pyro collection. If you can see anything in the dark. Anybody home? Anyone? You're talking about the little 200-gram one that's different than the rest? Yeah, it's a good cake. Oh yeah, yeah, it's flat face cake. Yep, I know the one you're talking about. I should probably turn that label really, but somebody said they discontinued that one this year anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Well, damn, dude, if it's that cake, then I would definitely buy it if it's priced like the other 200 grams. That's a boom cake right there, bro. That's a damn good cake. That some bitch is loud as hell right there. Oh, good grief. I'm in southern West Virginia, so I'm pretty far. Yeah, for 130. Damn, you might have to tell me about more detail about that. That's a better price of what I've seen. It usually does, unless the place don't know what it is, and sometimes you can run into that rare occurrence and then pick up a really good deal. Sometimes it's bought by mistake, and it doesn't really say on the invoice exactly what things are. Some people get them and don't realize what they are. I can only imagine all the surprised people that actually go into a fireworks store that has that kind of thing and buys it. The look on their face when they light off one of them boom cans or something must be like, what the hell? And then they probably spend the rest of their life trying to find them good shells that they found at one time. Ah, cool, cool. Damn. Sounds like a good store, bro. I need to get one like that. Sit there, damn it. It is, man. Damn. That's good. I know I used to go to a place called Fireworks Supermarket there in Tennessee, and the week or two before the 4th of July, it's a big warehouse. They would have girls get up on top of giant, forts more or less made of fireworks, with a girl in the middle on a microphone turned up full blast doing her advertising spiel while three or four other girls are doing the same shit. And it just turned into this horrible sea of noise. And the whole time the place is full, I mean, full of people. I remember I was carrying a stack of 500 grams back to the buggy, and this little girl cut around the corner running and ran face first right into that whole pile of 500 grams I was carrying. I was like, oh, damn, sorry, little kid. But, it wasn't my fault. She ran into me, but still, I was like, damn. That was the last time I went shopping retail for 4th of July. Indeed, I would. I would definitely recommend that one. Hillbilly Pyro approved. I personally haven't had them myself, but I think I know what you're talking about. Well, that's cool. I hope y'all do well. XL Fireworks keeps trying to push me into setting up a firework tent. I'm like, I'd like to, man. I just, it's just the startup, buddy, is rough. You're helping your guy set up his tent, and he should give you a pretty good deal then. Just the labor. I hear you. I'd expect a good discount or something out of it. Huh. I don't know, man. Haven't had those, Jameson. I'd like to get some evil clown candles. Hey, that's the best thing to have, man. If you could have a good relationship with your pyro supplier, that's just like having a good, I was going to say good relationship with your weed dealer, but oh shit. Yeah, that's true, man. Some companies are consistent like that. Some companies aren't. It's hard to tell, really. There's a few companies out there, everything I've had of theirs is good. Kind of like I'll use Wind as a generic example. I haven't had a firework that I bought from Window that I could say was crappy. But there's a lot of other brands that I bought some of their fireworks that I just had to say, damn, that sucked, especially for what it costs. But I haven't had that experience with anything I've bought from Window before. Hell yeah. You know what I'm talking about there. Saturday night, man. Damn. Back in the day, I'd be laughing at myself for sitting here. I got too old for that party and stuff, so just don't have the energy anymore. Go tear up the town. There's too much consequences for that. I was like, stay home and rip a little bit, be good. Hush, Buttercup. Damn, that little dog in there won't shut up. Uh-oh. My kitty Lucifer's trying to chew through the door now. I can't let her in here because she likes to chew on fuses. A cat's got separation anxiety. She don't want nothing to do with you when you're in the room with her, but you go in another room and close the door, she's got to be there, man. That cat's just weird. Oh man, they got fake ball shells too, huh? Damn. All right, Matt and Chris, have a good night, guys. Thanks for stopping in and visiting. Yeah, my wiener dogs are like that. They have really bad separation anxiety to where they would chew up the electrical cables and stuff behind the television where we left them at home. So I thought, well, I'm going to lock these two wiener dogs in the bathroom where I go to Walmart for just an hour. I come back home and dogs greeted me at the door. I'm like, that's weird. You know, how did they get out of the bathroom? And they chewed a hole through the friggin' wall from one side to the other in a matter less than an hour's time. They had chewed through the wall. I'm like, damn. They just went in between the sheetrock, but still. I mean, in between the studs through the sheetrock on both sides. But I was like, really? Good grief. So I got this giant hole in the wall I had to fix. After that, wiener dogs started going with me everywhere I went. It was just easier to take them with me. Well, that's good. My dogs never did outgrow it, though. They're old now. They're in their twilight years. I have to help them on and off the couch, more or less. But they want you to be right there next to them all the time. It's funny. Been good dogs, though. I love my little miniature dash hounds. Yeah, I can understand that. I actually have people come here and take care of mine now when I'm gone. It helps some. Yo, no doubt, man. Hey, what's up, Ryan Chapman? How you doing tonight? You ready for the 4th of July, Mr. Chapman? Oh, I'm feeling better today. I've been getting over the flu for the last week and a half, but I feel like I'm finally on the upswing now. So that's good. Probably going to wrap up this chat here and go play my video game for a little while, I do believe. Yeah, I will place one more order myself. And then I'm not going to buy anything again until 2020. Well, I won't say I won't buy anything, but I won't buy anything big orders until 2020, you know. No more cases till then, anyway. But I've been told by a lot of people that, you know, with the tariff situation and all the stuff that's going on, that firework prices could be a lot higher next year. So you might want to overstock. Oh, I will think about it. I'll think about it until I get a buy again. You know how that is. But that's fine. I find it always best to buy in the winter, like January or February, about the time places are doing inventory for tax season and stuff. That's the best prices I've found. Got to get that stuff in the off season, man. That's for sure. Man, you don't get no more off than February around here. Well, guys, thanks for everybody coming and joining me. I appreciate all the chat and everything. You guys come and join me next time, and we'll do it again. I'm gonna get off of here and go catch me something to eat. I do believe. You guys have a good night. Be safe out there.